Today, we'll set up the animation for the chest lid so that it opens and closes when accessing the chest. We'll also ensure that the animation only plays when the chest is actually being interacted with. Let's get started. First, we need a new asset. Our current chest doesn't have a lid, so we'll find one on fab.com. Go to fab.com and search for CC0-chest in the search box. The 3D model asset should appear right away. Select it, and you'll see a simple chest with a lid. Click Download and get the FBX file as a zip. Back in Unreal Engine, click Restore Down to adjust the window size if needed, just like we did with the wood box. Extract the zip file, and you'll get the CC0 chest folder. Now, in the content browser, navigate to Inventory System, Meshes, where we also have the wood box. Drag the CC0 chest folder into this location next to the wood box. The import window appears, so I adjust it slightly to make everything easier to see. Click Import, and all the files will be brought into Unreal. Now, maximize the window again and open the chest folder we just imported. Click on the CC0 chest folder in the tab to open it. Inside, you'll find two subfolders, Source and Textures. The Source folder contains the two meshes along with their assigned materials, which we'll need to adjust. Open the chest static mesh, and you'll notice that the materials don't look correct. In the Details panel at the top, you'll see that material _552 is assigned. This is the one we need to adjust. Switch back to the map view and open material 552. By default, the engine has applied some placeholder materials. Select all nodes, excluding the main node, and delete them. Next, open the content drawer and navigate to the Textures folder inside the CC0 chest directory. Here, you'll find the necessary textures. Click on the first chest texture, hold Shift, and then select Chest Rough to highlight all 5 textures. Now, drag them into the material graph. Now, let's properly arrange the nodes to maintain clarity and organization. Position chest albedo at the top, move chest AO slightly to the left, place chest metal below, followed by chest rough, and finally, position chest normal at the bottom to ensure a structured layout. With the nodes in place, begin connecting the RGB pins accordingly. The chest albedo texture should be linked to the base color, while chest metal connects to the metallic input. The chest rough texture should be assigned to roughness, and chest AO must be connected to ambient occlusion. Lastly, chest normal is linked to the normal input, ensuring accurate surface definition and material depth. This setup ensures that the material behaves realistically with proper shading, reflections, and surface detail. Once all connections are established, apply the changes and save the material. Returning to the chest static mesh, the textures should now display correctly, providing an accurate representation with appropriate lighting response, detailed surface characteristics, and a cohesive visual appearance within the game environment. Save it. Close the chest and material. Open the chest top static mesh. Just like the chest, the materials are incorrect. You'll see that the chest top material is assigned. Go back to the map view and open this material. As before, delete all the material nodes, leaving only the material top node. Now, open the content drawer. Select all 4 chest top textures and drag them into the graph. Sort the nodes. Place chest top albedo at the top, chest top AO below that, chest top rough under the albedo, and then the normal map. We also forgot to add the chest metal texture. Open the content drawer again, drag the chest metal texture into the graph, and position it above the rough texture. Next, connect the RGB pins. Connect chest top albedo to the base color pin, chest metal RGB to the metallic pin, chest top rough RGB to the roughness pin, chest top normal RGB to the normal pin, and chest top AO to the ambient occlusion pin. Now, apply and save the material. Go back to the chest top mesh and you should see the correct textures applied. Save the mesh and material, then close them. Now our chest is ready to use. Navigate to the Inventory System folder and locate the blueprint called BP Storage Box. Rename this blueprint to BP_storage_master. This master blueprint will serve as our primary template for all storage items in the game. Later, we'll create child blueprints based on this master blueprint, such as individual storage chests or boxes. This hierarchical setup is important because child blueprints inherit the functionality from their master blueprint, allowing us to easily apply global changes across all storage items. Additionally, we can individually customize child blueprints if needed, simplifying the management and development process significantly. Next, delete the 3 previously placed storage boxes from the world, as the master class is only intended as a template and not meant to be directly placed in the game level. Finally, open the BP Storage Master Blueprint to continue. Inside the master class, we'll make several adjustments. First, select the static mesh component in the Components panel. Switch the view to the viewport. Reset the static mesh property to its default value by clicking the small back arrow because our master class should not have a default mesh assigned. This mesh will be specified individually within each child blueprint, allowing for customization in each storage variant. Rename the static mesh component to chest. Next, add a new static mesh component by clicking the +Add button and name it chest lid. Make sure that the newly created chest lid component is positioned directly under the chest component in the component hierarchy to maintain a proper relationship and organization. After these adjustments, save the blueprint. Now we need a new interface for our storage system. Open the content drawer, navigate to the Interfaces folder. Right-click, select Blueprint, and then click Blueprint Interface to create it. Name it BPI_storage and then open it. Interfaces, simply put, are a way to define functions that multiple blueprints can share without directly inheriting from each other. They allow blueprints to communicate clearly and efficiently, ensuring a consistent approach across various objects. Now, add a new function called Open Storage Lid. Then, click the Add button again and add another function named Close Storage Lid. After adding both functions, save and close the interface. Return to the BP_storage_master blueprint. Inside the master blueprint, click on Class Settings, then in the Implemented Interfaces section, click Add, search for our newly created BPI_storage interface, and select it. This allows our blueprint to use and implement the functions we defined in the interface. In the My Blueprint panel on the left, expand the Interfaces section, and you'll see our 2 interface functions, Open Storage Lid and Close Storage Lid. Switch over to the Event Graph, where we'll create a toggle function to open or close the chest lid based on whether the chest is currently being accessed. Right-click in the graph area and add a custom event, naming it Toggle Chest Lid_server. Set its replication setting to run on server under the Replicates dropdown to ensure the action is synchronized across all connected clients. Next, drag out the execution pin of this custom event and press the B key to quickly add a branch node. Now, drag the accessing characters variable into the graph and select Get. From its array output pin, drag out and add an isEmpty node. Connect the result pin from isEmpty directly to the condition pin of the branch node. From the true execution pin of the branch, search and add the Close Storage Lid node. Ensure this node is the one coming from the BPI_storage interface, which allows the chest lid to close if no characters are currently accessing it. From the false execution pin, add the Open Storage Lid node, again making sure it's the correct node from the BPI_storage interface. Confirm both Close Storage Lid and Open Storage Lid nodes have green-colored target pins, indicating they're correctly referencing the interface implementation. Select the newly created function nodes, then press the C key to add a comment. Name this comment clearly as Toggle Chest Lid. Now, move slightly to the left in the graph and drag out the execution pin from the Remove Player from Replicates server node to call our new function Toggle Chest Lid server. Repeat this step for the Add Player for Replicates server node, ensuring both nodes call the same function. Expand the comment area appropriately and reposition all connected nodes clearly for improved readability. With this setup, each time a player begins or stops interacting with the storage, our toggle function is triggered. Depending on whether other players still have access to the storage, the function will automatically open or close the chest lid by calling the appropriate interface functions. At this point, we've not yet implemented the actual functionality for opening or closing the lid. This will be done individually within each of the child classes, giving us flexibility to define different behaviors or animations as needed. Compile and save this blueprint. At this point, the setup will not yet function correctly due to an existing bug we still need to address. Open the content drawer and navigate to third person, blueprints, then open the BP_myPlayerController blueprint. Inside this blueprint, search for the function named Stop Accessing Actor Server. Select this function and you'll notice we forgot to set its replication properly. Set it to run on server and mark it as reliable to ensure consistent server execution. Compile, save, and close the blueprint. We have now successfully created a master class for our storage box. In the next episode, we'll create our 2 storage variants as child blueprints, properly adjust the pivot points for the lids, and finalize their functionality. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. I always appreciate your comments and try to respond to each of them. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.